Confirmation hearings begin tomorrow for Brett Kavanaugh, President Trump's nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee are expected to ask him pointed questions on multiple issues, including whether Kavanaugh would ever support overturning Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion, where he stands on gun control, and how he views key provisions in the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. Now, some of Kavanaugh's mentors and proteges are offering words of praise ahead of the hearings. A liberal law professor at Yale says Kavanaugh has, quote, a combination of smarts, constitutional knowledge, and openness.
Well, KPIX 5's political reporter Melissa Caen joins us now with California's part in all this. Should get interesting.
Absolutely, and our folks are going to be front and center. We have 4 days of committee hearings starting tomorrow, and both of California senators are on that Senate Judiciary Committee, and they've made it clear it will not be a smooth ride for Brett Kavanaugh. Both of California's senators agree that confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh would be a crisis.
We don't want our response to simply be how we felt. Our response is going to be what we did.
And what the senators will do is fight. In 2006, Senator Feinstein voted against making Kavanaugh a federal judge.
It's very difficult for some of us to know what kind of a judge you will be and whether you can move away from the partisanship into that arena of objectivity and fairness.
As the most senior Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, Feinstein will be the first member of the opposition to speak.
We're going to be obviously doing a lot of research. We will point out all the pitfalls and all of the problems.
The most junior Democrat on the committee is Harris, and she will be the last member of the opposition to speak.
It's a yes or no answer. Do you believe the previous...
A former prosecutor, Harris has been tough on other presidential nominees, like CIA Director Gina Haspel.
Please answer the question.
Senator, I think I've answered the question.
No, you've not.
Democrats alone cannot stop this confirmation. So moderate Republicans like Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska are crucial swing votes. And both Californians will be trying to win them over.
And we will not tire in this process. There is so much at stake.
Now, the hearings start tomorrow morning at 6:15 a.m. our time, and they will be live streamed on the Senate Judiciary Committee website, where you can also find thousands and thousands of documents about the nominee.
Now, Kavanaugh comes from the Washington, D.C. circuit, and they don't typically see issues like abortion or immigration issues come up, right?
That's right. The D.C. circuit is special. That's where you go to sue the federal government. So the judges in D.C., they rule on cases about federal agencies like the IRS or the EPA. They just don't see as many cases about affirmative action or the death penalty, those issues that most of us recognize. And that's one reason why there are so many questions about where he stands on certain issues, because he's been sitting on this D.C. circuit where they just rarely come up.
All right.
Melissa, thank you very much.